What is up, everybody? You are listening to Recap Rewind Podcast. I'm J-Lag.
And I'm NB.
And this is our short cheat sheet before you begin the second season of 13 Reasons Why.
The highly anticipated second season is being released on May 18th, and we are going to be here with you guys through it all.
So I think for the most part, I just really want to know what season 2 is going to be all about. Like, what can we expect since that we've sort of caught up to Hannah's storyline with her ending off with the suicide at the end of the season? Like, what are they going to do for season 2?
Right. And my original worry was that this show was only sort of produced for one season.
Right.
Now we're getting a second season.
Yeah.
Because the following was so big, whether that was like a good, bad following.
I think it was just the controversy around everything and the success of the show.
Right. So now we get a second season, and we're trying to figure out like what's the second season going to be about.
Yeah.
And so far we know that instead of the tapes, there's going to be testimonies. So each episode is going to follow a character as they're testifying.
Because the parents, I guess, are...
I think they're taking legal action against the school, probably. And so everyone is testifying. And it's going to be, I guess, kind of circulating around that as the main drama.
I see. So we're going to look more at like the legal aspect of after Hannah's death with the parents.
Exactly. And I think we can tell from like the promos that like Clay, who was the main character last season as well, he gets like this mysterious like photos in his locker.
Yeah, all those like random Polaroids.
Right. And I think they're sort of alluding to Bryce and his like squad of guys, I guess, that sort of have been abusing girls.
Right.
And
that'll probably lead into Jessica, who's also one of the main characters in the story. And that'll probably come into play because she was also like abused in the storyline as well.
Exactly. And on top of that, we have Alex.
Right.
If you recall, he tried shooting himself at the end of last season.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get the aftermath of that.
He's alive in this.
He's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They talk about that at the end of the season.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how they deal with that story as well. There's still a lot going on.
What do you think that he's gonna bring to the storyline? Like, what kind of angle do you think that they're gonna go with his story? Because it's gonna be important for sure. The fact
you mean Alex's? Yeah, for sure. I think a big part of this season is gonna be this theme where, and there's a quote that Clay says in season 2, and he goes, "I don't understand, how does silence protect us?" And I think that kind of speaks to all of these storylines, right? It's the biggest theme of like,
that's true.
You know, we do still have to discuss these issues. There are very important issues, and it's kind of like a nod to their first season where I think they did get a lot of slack for the content that they were kind of portraying on screen. So, and
I think that's the thing, we've even kind of struggled, we've talked about it offline, NB and I, about this being a really touchy subject for even us to do a podcast review, a podcast on. We want to take an attempt at it just because we think that you're right. I think it's important to show the truth of people's lives, and I think that sometimes things are hard to see when they're dark and they're they're not like these pretty pictures that we are used to seeing in the public. When they're really dark moments and when they're really personal moments, people can take them really seriously, which is a good thing. But I think that we need to talk about them to help heal from them and learn from each other, because I think that's what it's all about.
And at the end of the day, we respect the content, but we also really respect and admire storytelling and TV and production and film production. So we're here to sort of analyze that aspect as well. At the end of the day, it is a TV show, so we're going to be here sort of breaking down each episode week by week, and they're going to be short snippets, so you guys can hopefully tune in
and just keep it. We just want to keep it not like ha funny, but like we want to keep it entertaining and enjoyable, that we're watching the show together, and then you guys come to talk to us and be in J-Lag and really enjoy that aspect that we can bring as Recap Rewind.
And why we do what we do, a lot of it, J-Lag, I'm sure you can agree with this, is like opening the discussion with our fans too.
Of course,
like we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, like we always want to have a conversation with you guys. Tweet us at recap_rewind Instagram, same thing. We're there, we're always going to be here, and we're ready, I think, to tackle this show on 13 Reasons Why.
So stay tuned. Thanks for listening, guys.
Bye.